The Ballon d'Or, the pinnacle of football awards, is meant to honor the best player in the world after a season. However, its lack of clear criteria has led to numerous instances of controversy. The 2023 edition, in particular, where Messi was awarded the Ballon d'Or, was a stark example of this. This injustice sets the stage for potential drama in the 2024 edition. The 2023-2024 club season concluded with a surprising twist, as Real Madrid emerged as the dominant force in Europe, clinching their 15th Champions League title. This unexpected triumph catapulted Vini, Bellingham, and Mbappe into the spotlight as potential Ballon d'Or winners. However, the landscape shifted dramatically after the Euros and Copa America, with Messi and Rodri making significant strides in the rankings. Even some fans rallied behind the Man City midfielder for the prestigious award. But the question remains, does Rodri truly deserve the 2023-2024 Ballon d'Or? At the start of the season, Man City was the ultimate favorite to win the Champions League. After Haaland's first season, no one could see any team beat them in a two-match confrontation. Once more, Man City was facing Real Madrid, but it was in the quarterfinals this time. If there was any team that could be the biggest threat to Manchester City winning the Champions League, it was the Madrid team that won this competition 14 times then. The quarterfinal was full of drama, with Real Madrid tying the first match at the last minute with a final score of 3-3. The second match was in Manchester, and Real Madrid beat Man City in the penalty shootout. Coming into this game, Rodri had not lost a game when he was in the starting 11. That was a mad record, but it was not good enough. While he did not ghost, Rodri needed to be more decisive. On the other hand, Vini had 3 assists over 2 games, and Bellingham outplayed everyone in the midfield. Recently, winning the Champions League has been a decisive factor in a player's receiving the Ballon d'Or. The times when players received this award without winning the Champions League were when they were either Ronaldo or Messi with insane statistics, or when they won the World Cup by being the best players throughout the competition. Ronaldo Nazario proved it in the 2002 World Cup. He was injured for most of the season but returned for the competition when he surpassed everyone and brought the cup home. Not getting eliminated in the quarterfinals of the Champions League while being the #1 favorite is a big disappointment. It makes winning the Ballon d'Or almost impossible. Since Rodri did not do enough in the Champions League, why is he among the favorites? Rodri and Man City did not have a smooth campaign in the Premier League. With Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne's injuries, they had to find a way to stay competitive. That is when Foden and Rodri became leaders in this fragmented team. With his defensive capability and ability to link the defense and the offense, Rodri became the soul of Man City in the absence of their 2 best players. However, being dominant in midfield is not enough to win matches, and we noticed it clearly as Man City was falling behind Arsenal. This is where Foden's show began. He rose to the challenge and became the most reliable player on offense. Foden turned games around by scoring at the most critical moments or dictating plays that would open spaces for his teammates. At the end of the season, Man City won the league, and Foden was nominated as the best player in the Premier League in front of Rodri. It was now time for the Euro in Germany. Rodri was chosen to be the captain of Spain, and he did not disappoint. He was a great leader, and his presence in front of the defense allowed players like Lamine Yamal to focus on attacking. Spain dominated the competition and beat the most prominent teams, such as Croatia, Germany, France, and England in the final. Rodri was nominated as the tournament's best player. However, this Spanish team was more of a collective than being carried by a top star. Many fans argued that Lamine Yamal, a constant threat to the opposition, and Fabian Ruiz, who was stellar in the midfield, scoring and breaking defensive lines, were more impactful than Rodri, therefore deserved to be the best player in the tournament. Other players like Dani Olmo or Carvajal were also essential for Spain to win and could have been nominated for their great performances. Rodri did not outshine the players in his teams, but was chosen because he was the captain of a team that was dominant as a collective. This becomes an issue because we have a player who did not win the Champions League and was not the best player in both club and nation. So, why are some players and fans named him the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or? This comes from the anti-Real Madrid sentiment that has grown in recent years among fans and pundits alike. In the last 10 years, Real Madrid has won 5 Champions League trophies, which is more than any other team. Its biggest rivals, Barcelona and Man City, have only won it once in the last 10 years. In most of his recent campaigns, Real Madrid was not the best team in the competition. However, they never gave up when facing a better opposition and found a way to win when the odds were against them. I think the Man City fans did not digest losing the semifinal in 2022 against Madrid by conceding 2 goals in the additional time. Real Madrid's repetitive success created a strong hate toward the club and the individuals playing for the club. If put into words, it's like saying, this club is always winning, and that's just not fair. It's the same hate that is supporting the racism against Vinicius or the sudden despise for the young player, Jude Bellingham. Today, we see it again in the race for the Ballon d'Or. Vini and Bellingham were the most dominant players on the biggest stage. They led a Real Madrid team to glory when no one expected it after losing Benzema and playing poorly in preseason. With no world-class striker, unlike their rivals, and an insane amount of injuries, Real Madrid beat Man City fair and square and won the Champions League. In the Copa America, Vini couldn't play in the quarterfinal due to being suspended, but he was the most feared player throughout the season. On the other hand, Bellingham, who was criticized, had more impact than the Premier League best player, Phil Foden. Jude became essential for England to reach the final, and his stats show it. As of today, the odds for the Ballon d'Or are that Rodri is a close favorite behind Vinicius Jr., but ahead of Jude Bellingham. This is absurd when we look at Jude Bellingham's impact on Real Madrid and England. As the Euro hype is going down, objectivity will prevail. We do not see Rodri beating Jude or Vini at the Ballon d'Or because his rise is supported by anti-Real Madrid propaganda. So, let us know in the comments section what your top 5 is of 2024.